Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the True Blue Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Sucardi. You can find me on Instagram at True Blue Podcast. It is Thursday night, July 29th. I don't think I've done an episode all month. But here I am. I took some time off, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy to be back doing the podcast, part of my self-care, part of my weekly, you know what I'm saying? So, happy to be back. Gonna talk some self-care, catch you up on what's been up, and then talk the True Blue playlist later. I got a song for y'all. So, and then read some poetry, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. Yeah, happy to be back. Happy to be doing this. I love Thursday nights. Even as a kid in, high school, I'm like, tomorrow's Friday. It's all going down tomorrow. It's like the appetizer to Friday. You're like, okay, this main course is coming. These potato skins, these pot stickers. You know what I'm saying? They aight. But, I want that main course, that filet mignon, Which, by the way, I love filet mignon. I love steak. I really do. I don't eat it that often, but when I do, it's so fucking delicious. I don't know I could be vegetarian. I mean, I could, but that would be something that would be tough to give up. One of the things for sure is. Yeah, shit. So, it's hot as fuck lately. And there is such a difference between the dry and the wet and the humid. Really is. Can we just stop making dumb jokes about that, please? There's a fucking difference, okay? It's much better to be in dry heat. Plain and simple. Especially if there's shade, you're right. Because yeah, it's hot, but you're not okay, other than it being hot, you're like, okay, there we go. But with the humidity, it's like, oh, it's hot, and we're coming for you. We're going to make you sweat for no fucking reason. So, but yeah, it's been hot. I've been staying cool, you know what I'm saying? God bless AC. Air conditioning is the one invention I could not live without. If I were to get a time machine, I would only go back as far as they had air conditioning. So I wouldn't fucking really see too much. Well, maybe I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I wouldn't be, horse and buggy or none of that bullshit. I think it was popularized in the 50s, became more domestic and in your homes and shit. So it'd probably be 1950 be the farthest I'd go back in my time machine. Yeah, because I can't be sweating, And I mean, I'm not going to pretend I invented the fucking thing. Oh, just invent it. Oh yeah, that'll be my thing. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time machine time trying to fucking, pretend I invented the damn air conditioner. Not happening. I'm just going back to 1950 when the hell it was popularized, So yeah, that's that. So a couple things I just jotted down. I figure I'd just go over here, you know what I'm saying? This fucking Since We Last Spoke is an album by RJD2. And that's what I kind of like to call this segment. Because that's a great album. I mean, if you think about it, Since We Last Spoke, you know what I'm saying? So, I've been doing these top 20 lists for bands that I love. I did Deftones, Led Zeppelin, Sublime. I'm doing Korn now. And I did one earlier with a friend of mine with the Smiths. But it was a different format than the one I've been doing with those other bands. And it's so fucking fun. Let me tell you. You get to do a deep dive into these bands. You really get to listen to their albums. Part of the criteria is top 20 songs, rank the albums, worst song, and then favorite lyrics. That's kind of what we've been going with. And boy, is it so fucking fun. You know, I mean, with all these fucking apps and shit, you can just get into all this music, you know, and just listen to it. And then putting it in a playlist has really helped me narrow down my lists, because at first I'm thinking with some of these bands I have like 50 fucking songs. And then in my head I'm like, okay, yeah, no, there's only so many. And then I wound up having a ton. So it really helps to make the playlist and narrow it down. So, yeah, they've been a lot of fucking fun. And they're bands that I'm trying to get as many of my friends involved. You know, so that's why I'm kind of going like the route with some of the bands. But I love all these bands. Korn was the first concert I ever went to. It was at Roseland in New York City in 1996. Yeah, I love them. I mean, and most of my list for their top 20 songs is the first 5 albums. Or I should say not most of it. All of it is from the first 5 albums. But yeah, I usually like we have like 3 weeks to like put it together so we can like really check out the albums and, you know what I'm saying, like make the lists. And I like to kind of like almost have a catalog of this shit, you know, where I can reference my top 20 so-and-so songs. And yeah, it can fucking change, you know what I'm saying? This shit ain't set in stone. I asked a couple of my friends if they were willing to do some of these lists, and they had the fucking lamest ass. They would give me this big speech on like how I can't do it. It's not a competition. It's not a list. It's this and that. And then they would answer me. They would give me like their favorite album or whatever. And then another friend of mine gave me this huge spiel about it. It was such bullshit. It was so like pretentious. And then he answered me as well. He's like, here's my favorite album. I'm like, you're so whack. It's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a tattoo. It's just for fun. Some pretentious people. You know, I love them, I respect them, but man, some people are weird with that, you know, with music and stuff. It's just a damn list. But anyway, I have so much fun fucking doing it. And the friends that also do it with me, they also tell me like, oh, this is fun, this has been great. You know, I love getting into it. So yeah, I have them all posted on my Instagram, True Blue Podcast. They're like in my little like highlights fucking area and shit. But yeah, it's just so fun just to keep on doing. I'm going to do Radiohead soon. And it's a fun challenge. I suggest doing it with some of your friends. I'm trying to get as many people as I can, you know, who are into some of these bands, but get about 3 or 4 and it's all good. Sorry, I got some fucking, you know what I'm saying? My throat's all dry and shit. Oh, man. The word debauchery I do not care for. We can get rid of that word. We can totally use other words instead of debauchery. Ugh. It sounds so cheesy and so like, debauchery. Just say you fucking like partied or got fucked up or whatever. Debauchery. Ooh. All right, let's see here. Let's look up the synonyms for that shit. Fuck is that? Synonyms for debauchery.
Here are some synonyms.
All right. I can read them. Hey, chill. I can read them. What the fuck? All right, here we go. Vice. I guess. I mean, that sounds cool, right? Vice, right? But no one's going to say that. Corruption. Let's go fucking having that a corruption. Wickedness, okay, that's like an old school one. Lust, okay, that's part of it. Abandonment, wow, that's kind of deep. Indulgence, yeah, there you go. Hedonism, okay, I like that. Salacity, that's kind of cool. But just debauchery, not for me. Too many syllables, debauchery. I think the archery is what I just don't care for. Oh, man, the fucking sauna opened up earlier this month. It was great. The first fucking sauna, the first like time I went in there were these 2 dudes in there, just like the wackiest conversation. They were talking about COVID and all this fucking bullshit. So in some ways it was like I was right back at home because I was having to suffer through horrible, annoying-ass conversations like that. Yeah, sauna conversations are always the fucking worst. People just think oh, man. You see people in there and they love to talk. And I do too sometimes. But these people, if you make eye contact with them, they almost have you in like a force field. So do not look them in the eye. They're dying to bullshit with you. They're dying to tell their shit, talk their shit. Sometimes I like zero in on these types of people and I kind of watch them from afar, of course, because I do not make eye contact with them. The second you do, they're all going to try to just tell you about their bullshit. But yeah, it's like, never fails. It's funny watching people in the sauna, all the different behaviors. But yeah, some of the convo. Actually, I should say this. There's a gentleman at my gym who comes in and he is uncensored. And he's kind of, he talks like, he's just an old school guy. And he's refreshing to hear. He's always joking around, talking all kinds of shit. But yeah, the first time I had gone in, it was just like the wackest convo. Like I said, COVID and like all this bullshit. And then, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck talking about, like redwood trees or something. Sounds like that part could be cool, but it wasn't. Man, burping. Pardon me. But yeah, the sauna's great. They're going to fuck with the mask thing again, though, so I have a feeling they're going to close down the sauna, which sucks. This mask thing is so wiggity, in my opinion. If you want to wear it, wear it. No problem. No problem, Bobo. But, just the way that they're like, it's just cosmetic theater. Cosmetic theater. And, and they be closing down the sauna. I don't know. Hopefully not, but, I'm not, I'm not going to hold my breath. You know what feels amazing? I talk about this a lot, is when you get to turn off your microwave alarm before it sounds. Oh, man, that feels amazing. Because that, like, 5 beep is like, it's like a death call. It's fucking, I hate that. But when you get to turn it off beforehand, like you get it like, a couple seconds before, it feels fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I went to a trampoline park recently with my little brother. It was intense. I never trampolined before. I was the only like adult there, like fucking around. Everyone else was just chilling, like watching their kids or on the phone or whatever. My little brother was amazing. He was flipping and doing all this fucking crazy shit. I was just jumping high as fuck. That's it. I wasn't trying to flip or nothing. But I was just getting some sick air. And it was fun. And it was quite a workout, build up some sweat. But I've never been to that. They didn't have trampoline parks when I was a youth. What else did I write here? I'm always curious why, especially back in the day, someone named Richard would go by Dick. I don't know. It just, maybe, I don't know. It just, to me, you don't know anyone, at least I should say you don't. I don't know anybody who's named Richard that goes by Dick, like in my age group. Call me Dick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just has so much sexual undertones, unless you're trying to really put it out there, like, subconsciously, like, hey, I'm Dick. Like, oh, okay. If he's meeting women or whatever his preference is. But yeah, I always wondered that. Fucking Richard and Dick, Like, why the fuck would anyone be like, hold on, no, call me Dick? Like, what? And just how, like, the English, and just how, like, language is. You know what I'm saying? You can call someone by the name of Dick, but you can't say Dick in, like, a professional or, like a school setting. Language is so funny. I mean, I know I'm talking some, like, stoner shit here, but if you really fucking think about it, how, like, sensitive we are with language and stuff, what gets a pass, what doesn't, who gets to say what fucking words, and it just, I don't know. Words are powerful, but, they are just words as well. It can be many things all at the same time, and it can be one thing, and it's, all whatever, but, yeah, call me Dick. I don't get it. You ever go outside when it rains and it feels like every drop misses you, and you feel like you're in this pocket of like, wow, I'm like, just like there's this force field around me where I'm witnessing this amazing like rainstorm, and it feels like none of it's hitting me. And then after a while it starts to hit you, but there's that moment, you know what I mean? And it's not like you're fucking under some like 50 trees or some shit. You could be out in the middle of a field. It's weird. Sometimes, I don't know, the way the rain falls, I don't know if this sounds weird, but it feels like it sometimes is like a weird force field around me where I don't get wet for a little bit. What the fuck else did I write here? That's kind of it. Those are all my like kind of like things I wanted to bitch about and like get into and shit. So thanks for hearing me. This has been real fun. I love doing this part. It's good to just be honest and be real. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to talk about some self-care next. All right, cool. So I found this on Instagram from Julia Counselor. A lot of good shit on Instagram that you can find and just like subscribe, follow and shit. And she has a list here of supportive words for someone going through something hard. Sometimes it's hard to find fucking the right words to say to somebody, you overthink it. And we all go through some hard shit. So I thought this would be kind of cool to go through and just share with you guys. Give you an idea of maybe how you could word things or phrase them, or just how simple it could be, without overthinking it and shit. So here are supportive words for someone going through something hard. All right. First one is I'm here for you. Kind of simple, sounds like, oh, duh, but yeah, again, sometimes that's all people need is they need you to listen and just reassure them, you don't have to fix them. Next one is, how can I support you right now? Great question. Again, another honest question. Sometimes people need to be, kind of ask questions to help get some clarity and pick some things apart. And I like the word support. Support. How can I support you right now? Next one here is, I'm not sure what to say. What do you need to hear? Wow, that's an interesting one. I like that I'm not sure what to say because it's being honest. What do you need to hear? I'm not a big fan of that part. Sometimes people do need to, be kind of like a little guided in that direction. But for me to say, what do you need to hear, based on how you say it, you have to be careful on, I guess, on how you say that, because it may sound like, what the fuck do you need to hear? Can we move on? Yes, this, that, yeah, I'm sorry, or whatever. But I like the first part of that. I'm not sure what to say. Next one is, what would help most right now? Again, simple, but very honest. Asking someone going through a hard time, what would help most? Maybe they just want to, talk, go for a ride, watch a movie. Trying to pick their brain isn't a bad idea. I like that. Next one is, it's understandable to feel what you're feeling. Like the understandable word, it drives the point home to say feel what you're feeling, and that's true. Everyone has the right to feel the way that they're feeling. No one can tell them otherwise. Next one says, this sounds really hard. Okay? Again, being honest, when someone's telling you some real deal shit, it's like, wow. Kind of identifying, yeah, that is tough. That sounds really tough, really hard. Next one on this list says, I'm sorry you're going through this. Showing empathy is good. I fucking am like, fucking, you know what I'm saying? I gotta drink more water today. What the fuck? But yeah, I'm sorry you're going through this. Recognize it, showing empathy. Next one is, I'm here to talk whenever you're ready. Sometimes people aren't ready to talk. Sometimes they have a hard time phrasing words or whatever. But you can reassure them and say, hey, whenever you're ready, I'm here. I like that. Again, this stuff's simple, but, it can really drive the point home. The next one here is, how are you feeling about this? Simple, but a great question. Let them answer it. They can go in any direction. And next one on here says, thank you for trusting me enough to share this. I honestly sometimes feel honored when people share their private shit with me. Because, it's your own stuff. And that they're, being open with me, I'm honored. And some folks are just open, and that's cool. But when people are willing to, really just be genuine and just say what's up, it's like, cool. In some way I'm like, hey, you picked the right person. I'm here to listen and not judge you or talk shit or, anything. And sometimes, and I've had this where you just don't care. Who gives a shit? We all go through something. As long as you're not going too deep or whatever, you could just say some real, you know what I mean? It's refreshing, honestly, to hear, to witness, and then, to actually do yourself. Next one on here is, this doesn't change my opinion of you. I mean, that's a good statement. Sometimes people are really afraid to share what's up because they are afraid of judgment and all this other shit. I know sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to talk about this or admit to how bad something is or, really get into that kind of detail because I don't want someone to think less of me. So to know that this, you could say to someone, hey, this doesn't change my opinion of you. Those are good words. All right, only two more here. Next one is, I believe in you. It's good, simple. Not having to go too deep. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it simple. Next and last one is, I love you. I mean, hey, there you go. As long as it's sincere, you know what I'm saying? I like this list. I see a list like this sometimes and they're a little bit too but I thought this one was cool. There's some really choice ones on here. I'll share it on Instagram. But this is from Julia Counselor on Instagram. If you're interested in following her and checking out stuff like this. All right, well, fucking A, that is the true blue motherfucking self-care tip of the week. Now let's read some poetry. All right, right on. We're going to read from Haiku Moment, page 192. Sorry, 193, excuse me. Scrawny rabbit sprawled on its side, this heat. Through thinning mist, the ball of the calf. Chilly morning, possum's bare tail protrudes from the composite pile. Interesting. Indian summer, how careless the crows among corn stubbles. Quiet waters, the slow skating walk of a great blue heron. Dusk, a bee burrows deeper into the marigold. Seagulls placing and replacing themselves on black rocks. Sun moves relentlessly over the headstone, wilting flowers. Sparrows twittering in the dim barn dust layers, the unused harness. Piano practice through an open window, the lilac. Seance a white moth. Footbridge only the moon crossing. Abandoned house, the lilacs just as bright this spring. Luminous moonlight, the slow undulting of a scavenging skunk. Still spring night, fallen dogwood petals under the bright moon. A spider huddled in the ceiling corner, endless spring rain. Spring chill, on short legs the sparrow sips from Lake Ontario. Faint spring mist, only the bright orange of poppy blossoms. Morning silence, dull spring sunlight on the potted cactus. Loons cry at Burnt Rock Lake, slow autumn clouds. Early autumn sun, a spider races across the weathered log. The gray squirrel pair gingerly kiss on the roof, cloudless autumn day. Autumn drizzle, the slow ticking of the clock. Migrating monarchs cluster along the shoreline, thousands of wet stones. A milk-white spider explores the morning teapot. Light autumn breezes. Early morning woods, the young deer just stares and stares. All right, well, fucking A, there you have it. That's from Haiku Moment. Page 192 to page 202. I love this last one. Early morning woods. The young deer just stares and stares. That's fucking awesome. All right, well, shit, there you go. And let's get on to the True Blue playlist, the True Blue song of the week. very cool. So, hey, I chose a song by a flock of seagulls. The song is called Space Aged Love Song, off their self-titled album, A Flock of Seagulls, came out in 1982. Now, this song is fucking awesome, okay? It's their best song. It's way better than I Ran. I mean, it's for me, a quintessential 80s song. Like, there are certain bands where you hear them and you feel like you're in that decade. You really do, like a summer night or an autumn afternoon. You're just in that decade. It has like almost like a nostalgic smell. And this sounds weird, but this song puts me right there. The song is a great intro with the guitar, the eventual melodies. This is one of those popular songs that deserves to be more popular, in my opinion. I mean, it captures the feeling of the 80s just like you're back in there. You know, very nostalgic. And the album itself that this song is on is fucking awesome. It's like 38 minutes. I think it's 10 songs. Underrated album. And this is that band with the fucking wacky-ass haircuts, A Flock of Seagulls. But this album is fucking great. Came out in 82, the year I was born. Shout out to me and everyone born in 82 or anything 82. Shout out. And yeah, this is just a song that is easy to like. Lyrics are great. I'm going to read them here in a minute. Just, yeah, I mean, I don't listen to too many songs on repeat. Sometimes before I do the podcast, I will. And when I was tonight, and I thought, man, this song it zaps you right there. Another band that does that for me are the Cocktail Twins. That, I should say, is the Cocktail Twins. Yeah, just they bring it right, like it's this nostalgic 80s thing. I don't know, it's so wild. All right, so here are the lyrics for the song Space Age Love Song by A Flock of Seagulls. I saw your eyes and you made me smile. For a little while, I was falling in love. I saw your eyes and you touched my mind. Although it took a while, I was falling in love. I saw your eyes and you made me cry. And for a little while, I was falling in love. I was falling in love, falling in love, falling in love, falling in love, falling in love. Love the repetition. I love the love repetition. But I do. It's so poetic, and obviously the way they sing it, just beautiful. Just works so well together. Again, love this the simple lyrics, very beautiful, and just the song. Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy to share this one. So again, this is Space Age Love Song by A Flock of Seagulls off their self-titled album, A Flock of Seagulls. And I am Zach Succardi, and this is the True Blue motherfucking podcast. Thanks everyone for chilling with me. Hope you guys are having a great summer. I look forward to doing more podcasts, hopefully on a weekly basis here. And I hope everyone has just a fucking great night, and I hope everyone's taking good care of themselves. And remember, music is self-care. God bless. No